for
You gotta do it that way.
Can we do a whisper podcast? Where we
You
just
guys are live like 2 minutes.
Oh, because there's nothing on. There's nothing on the fucking cameras. What on TV? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the SSN Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Justin Larson, and with me is a very confused assortment of peoples because we were lied to by our control room.
You didn't even give us a countdown.
No, I saw her go.
put us live and like we don't know.
I legit saw her go and raise the volume. I'm like, is she just setting that up in advance? That's not like rude. You fucking cuck.
They cut this.
Oh, she flipped off the birds. All right. Anyways,
Birds.
the
the birds. Well, yeah, they're multiple birds.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
We were supposed to, but shit's not going right, so who cares?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Whatever.
Anyways, welcome everybody. With me, as always, are my trusty hosts. I got Colin C. Burns over here.
Hi.
I got.
Texas McGrady.
No.
Cowboy of the Southwest.
You play the game for fucking 3 hours, and this is what happened.
20 hours, dude. I've been
Can't
playing
even
for
wait
fucking-
until after the introduction to talk about Red Dead. We just have to.
Actually, no, I wouldn't even check.
And then there's Nuno over here.
The Goofy Goofer is back.
He returns.
He had a catchphrase ready to go.
Goofy Goober.
Fired from the show probably like 7 months ago, but now I return.
That was more than 7 months. That was like a year ago, dude.
Well, a year ago.
Yeah. Last show you were on is when we
No,
did.
last show technically I was on
Hey.
January.
Oh, now okay, we
I
have
was
it
in
up
the
on there
January
now.
show.
And after a
When
vigorous
four of us did it.
I think you weren't on there. I think you were on the.
I was okay.
We
I
were
was
on the-
only
we
on
were on
two
the
live
best
shows.
of.
Only it was like I think it was either October or November, and then the other one
You
was
were
in
the-
January.
You were in the Goat Simulator videos with me,
That's true.
That's not a podcast, motherfucker.
but it's still
Damn
on,
it.
it's still on the network.
No,
It's still on the
I didn't
network.
tell you that. I removed that part away.
Nuno's gonna say,
Ooh.
Yeah. See,
I don't know.
I get my own cam. I'm special.
No one cares about, like, who's cutting me completely out. Here I am.
Well, I mean, that's your punishment for missing once.
Missing one. And also being late and missing the setup for today.
Like today, you're
Today?
late.
Every day.
Yeah.
I was here for the setup last time.
You just have the tendency to just like show up when we're about to film.
I think
like
I
we don't
think
take the
here's
time
lit.
to like set all this
He's
up.
seeing
and
us
it's
from
just-
like across the pit, and he's hiding in the boardroom. He's
Yeah.
just like, I think they're done. Oh, hey everybody! My God, you wouldn't believe it. The bus schedule. And this is for
Oh
everyone.
man, the buses here are so bad.
But this is yours.
Yes, that's why did you do that?
Oh, that's what. I'm hoping Irony's
I
in the
wasn't-
stream so I can bug the shit out of her.
I guess I'm starting to drink this now.
Yeah, you are. But anyways, hi everybody. Happy Remembrance Day. That's not
Remembrance
really-
Day,
yeah.
Yeah, it's not really.
Happy
Yeah,
Remembrance
no, it's
Day.
not a fucking.
Where's
thing
your
to say.
puppy, Justin?
Right there.
Oh, you do. Okay. I was looking on the monitor. And
damn.
I couldn't see it
Right
from the
there.
mic arm, and I
See
couldn't
that?
see it from the mic on there.
Right there.
Okay.
Fucking
Oh yeah, I see mine too. I was actually
We all
worried
got
that
our
it would
puppies
not be
today.
noticeable.
Say Happy Remembrance Day though, 'cause it's about remembering, right?
Yeah, I mean,
It's about a day about I keep hitting the fucking mic. Celebrating, and I guess celebrating dead people.
I like
I
your
don't
price
know.
is
It's
right.
just gone really
Yeah.
bad.
yeah, I was-
This
I
is,
had
we're not wording
controversy
this
already, guys.
very
Let's
well
just-
at all.
Let's just switch it around. I like your Price is Right microphone.
Yes, thank you. I was gonna handheld it, but then Kevin came over with a mic stand.
Yeah, because Kevin's a good guy.
Yeah. And everyone knows I'm a fucking toddler who can't sit still, so.
Yeah, we don't trust you with a
one of the
handheld mic
worst-
anymore.
One of the worst individuals. Because if you have a mic stand, yeah, guys. So I'm talking over here, or it's like, let's go let's just sit right here. Feel the loins.
He's miking the good stuff.
It's because like I move around so much. That's why I brought my laptop so that I stay in a more normal position during the.
But then it was funny because when you had the mic last week, you had it, but you were no, dude. You were like, it was here, and it never left.
You weren't at the
here.
normal talking level here. You were just like up in the podcast, just talking like this the
Well,
whole
make sure I got
time.
heard.
With you, you don't ever have to worry about that, BB. You'll always be heard.
Loud ass fucking dude.
Oh.
Anyways, that is the weird. Who dare? Who dare open the Perrier? I know that's you, Ruth.
Fucking loud as shit.
Right? That's rude.
Opening up my pop.
Wait, what are you drinking, Ruth?
What's she supposed to do?
I just did loud.
What is that?
I just wasn't expecting it.
It's alcohol.
Oh, cool.
Hey Justin.
Did you bring enough for the rest of us?
Yeah, right. Greedy.
Stellar segue alert. What are we talking about today?
Wow.
I had to get it back on track.
Boo.
Where's
This
Jack?
podcast on track. Last week we started talking about broken bones and fucking bleeding assholes or whatever.
We didn't bring up bleeding assholes.
What? What?
You must have been thinking it, but we didn't say it.
Told you we were supposed to talk.
Hey Justin.
Yeah.
I know your asshole bleeds. That's okay.
I know, but we were supposed to, it's supposed to be like all together so I don't feel bad and neglected. Okay?
All supposed
No, you're supposed to cover the mic.
We're all supposed to tell bleeding asshole stories?
Yeah, so that I don't feel alone.
So, Colin, how's
This is
your
getting
asshole
weird.
doing?
Just fine, Lib. Thanks for asking.
God damn it.
Working. So, anyways, we got a couple things to talk about. One of the big things is Liberty here finally got a chance to play the Red Dead Redemption
The Red
2.
Dead Redemption 2. And
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. And my God,
Excellent title.
that game is fucking awesome.
Right?
Everything you guys were talking about is amazing. I love the shooting mechanics. The thing you said about like raising it up and like getting headshots. Once you start to get good at it, you actually feel like you're confident. You actually
Yep.
feel like you're aiming and stuff. My mustache is like level like 9 right now.
Oh, you let that shit grow?
I have like a huge bushy ass Tom Selleck mustache and then like just buzzed on the other side.
Oh my goodness.
Looks super goofy, but yeah, I'm having a fucking blast with it.
The ultimate cum catcher.
Yep.
That's what they're called. Those stashes are cum catcher mustaches.
Is that a thing?
He knows. He's laughing. He knows.
Yeah,
What do you guys
I've heard
know?
that before.
What, really?
Yeah.
Why would you want to catch cum on your mustache?
You want to find out?
Some people are into that.
I don't have a mustache, so I can't find
I'll
out.
grow one for you.
For me or for you?
I mean,
He's offering his own cum catcher right now.
You'll never know.
Again, what is the benefits? You can save it for later?
How's your storage on your Xbox? Or
I have like I got like the
just
newer one.
yeah.
wow, that is the. Oh my god.
The storage. I got the newer one though, so I have a terabyte. So I think
Okay.
I deleted the beta for 76 Fallout 76.
So you did a good thing there.
The actual game's coming in.
We had enough of the shit talking of Fallout 76 last week.
I still like it. Like I like Red Dead, but I still like Fallout too. I like them both. They're my two sons.
How's that game, by the way? I haven't got a chance to
No,
try it.
no, we can't. We can't. We talked about that last week. We're just
Oh.
talking about Liv's experience now with Red Dead
I
2.
didn't see that podcast.
Oh,
That's not
yeah.
fair. That's not fair.
I was like Justin. I never have killed my horse ever before
Right?
until I ran him into a train on it.
What? What do you, how did that happen?
I was trying to rob a train, as one does.
Did you veer straight up?
I got too close. It clipped my horse. I went flying off, and it just said, "Your horse is dead. Pick up your saddle." And I was like, "What?"
Oh my god.
Like the smallest little thing killed him. And I
A
think
train? A train killed him?
I clipped from a train. Getting clipped by a train.
Oh my god.
That killed him. I had like a backup horse somewhere, so it's fine. And then I went and I bought like a racehorse when. I feel bad for saying this, but I also don't care. Do you guys know about the gold bar glitch?
No?
Yeah, there's a glitch where you can get 30 plus gold bars, and I did it, and now I had
Oh.
$150,000.
So you
Cheater.
broke the game.
Yeah, of course. For the these are really creative shots. I'm sorry. For the sake of fun, though, like all my guns are golden, so.
You're such a piece of shit.
I have to get
It's-
it on that.
But like the glitch is like there's this one lockbox you can open,
Okay.
and then you save after you've opened it. Reload your game, go back to that lockbox, and it's just the gold bar in there because usually it's a gold bar and a horse pamphlet.
Yeah.
You just keep picking up the whole gold bar, like hold X, and he'll just keep picking them up. They'll just keep respawning, and then you get 30, and then you can go back and grab 2 more, and then the glitch is done. So, yeah, it's technically cheating, but I don't care. I'm still having fun with it.
Oh my, you destroyed. You know, get a hard zoom on this motherfucker's face. This is the face of a maniac who destroyed.
This man cheats.
You put God mode on in that game.
It's not God mode. I still die.
No, you kill horses.
Don't be a lib.
Having money doesn't change anything.
Wait, what?
What's
You're getting
happening?
redacted.
Censorship. We censor the offensive material here at Select Start Network.
This show's got off the rails already.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love it though.
Okay,
I love it.
no. All right, so you're just gonna stay there forever.
But again, I don't think it really changes. I just get to have more fun because I can like buy like clothes and stuff. All the guns you have to unlock from playing the game.
No, yeah, but here's the thing though. Like now, the struggling of like making money for the camp is gone because you're just
I
like.
don't care about that. I made it rain on the camp, bought all the upgrades immediately.
Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't really care about because I don't really care about the camp part. It's more about which I know like sounds like it's a huge part of the story.
Yeah.
But for me, it's so far I've just been having fun making my own cowboy story. You know.
Yeah.
It started out with me being a lawful cowboy until I wanted money before it was violent. So I just started killing people and looting them and robbing places.
Have you killed any legendary animals?
Yeah, I killed a legendary bear. The
The first
Hosea
one. Yeah, yeah.
which I did what you had the choice of like letting it be or going after it. I went after it with double sawed off shotgun. Just was like this
Fucking like the ultimate Yosemite Sam, like bang, bang, bang.
It caught me off guard though, because I was looking around for it, I couldn't find it, and then it like tackled me from the side, and then put me on the animation. But then like I got up and like just shotgunned it in the face.
Jesus Christ!
As a true hunter would, I took a sawed off to his face.
You just got as close as you possibly could to it and took it out.
The
Other than
perfect
that, though,
pelt.
the, You don't need the face for the pelt. it's like on the hood of the jacket.
It's just started like
Bullet holes destroyed.
nothing's all like deformed and shit.
I used explosive rounds too, just to make sure I got it. But the hunting has been a part of the game I haven't really been interested in.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
I love it. I literally will chill and just fucking like not like mercilessly kill everything, but like I'll kill a couple of deer, bring it to camp, fucking feed the people, and then collect the pelt and do shit with it, because like you can customize your desk or whatever, your area, with like some of the pelts that you collect. So it's been pretty fun. Also, you can customize your fucking satchel with some of the things that you get, and some of those designs are pretty fucking nice.
Yeah, that's the one thing that has made me want to hunt is about because for me a huge part of the game has been like customization of your character. I just feel like you can do so much with Arthur to make like your own like cool little cowboy. Like I know like I have like different like outfits for occasions. Like if I'm robbing something, I'll wear a lot of black with like a my black like duster or whatever, because then I feel like the outlaw. But usually I wear like just like a vest and a t-shirt and like just look like like a classy. I'm trying to base my guy off of Christoph Waltz and Django Unchained right now. And when I was growing the beard out, I had the long hair, but then like I chopped it down and went for the stash. So,
okay.
Like, yeah. But the biggest part for me has been like just making. It's been about telling a story. I felt like there's a lot of choices in the game. You get to make a lot of decisions of how you do things and what you're gonna do, be good or evil, stuff like that.
Have you sucked the blood out or the venom out of people yet?
No, I just gave him a potion.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah. Yep. I've been in that situation. I gave someone a potion. Though,
Yeah. The first one I did, he's like, oh God, mister, you gotta help me. It's like give life potion or suck blood. And I'm like, or suck venom. I'm like, you know what? Let's get some sucking in. And like he comes in and Arthur's
Justin
like,
sees the word suck and he's like, yes.
I'm in 100%. And it's because like the bite was like right near the guy's crotch and everything. And he's like, don't you fucking tell nobody about this. Arthur literally says like, you're not gonna tell anyone about this. Sucks the blood, spits out. He's like, oh thanks, mister, thanks. Like thanks so much. He's like, yeah, whatever. Arthur's like, just like, get out of here, just go.
Yeah, dude, that was actually have you done so you've been to the second camp, so you've done that mission where you're going for the camp and you meet like the family
Germans
and stuff.
Yeah.
The one thing I thought was like this really dope character developing thing for Arthur is when he like after he saves the Germans and stuff, and instead of just like saying thanks and telling them to leave, he's like, all right, now get out of here, scram.
Like Kyle's like, he puts his arms in the air, he's like, get out of here, come on, go.
Yeah.
It's so fucking much.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I haven't had the chance to play it since last week.
Oh my God.
So I like got as far as I got before the last podcast, and I still haven't touched it.
No,
again.
dude, like you can fish now and shit, and I've done a lot of that.
You have to do a lot of the story just to unlock some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I was running around doing like trying to do bounties and stuff before I even got the second holster. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to start doing story missions. And I got the second holster, and I was like, oh fuck, I actually get things from doing the story.
You're just rewards, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, have you customized your pistols at all?
Yeah, I put engravings and shit on it. And
what do you have? Just like silver engravings? Or?
I got black with gold engravings on it, so it looks pretty fucking nice. I got like a dark wood varnish on the handles and shit. Oh yeah, dude, it's like you can make shit look pretty.
For my main two revolvers, I have one that's silver with black engravings, and then black with silver engravings. I call them ebony and ivory.
Of course.
I love it. But yeah, so far with the game, I've had a fucking fantastic time with it. I love it.
I had to play that soon too.
Do you?
There's like a amount of like fun things that you could do in the game. Like there's like you can go to bars there too.
Yeah.
Card games.
Yeah, dude, I won like $20 playing poker. And then a guy stole it all from me because I went all in on a 5 and a 7.
My first poker game. I was against Uncle. Motherfucker took $20 from me because I kept getting betting back in. And the bidding is $1. Like that's your first like that. Then like that's a big pot. And like your buy-in is always fucking $1. And then my thing was just like after a while I'm like I can't leave because I can't let this drunk motherfucker take all my money. So at the end it started with Uncle, me, and someone else. I can't remember who the other person was. They lost. I think it was Pearson. Pearson was out. Then it was just Uncle and I. And finally when I got it all in, I'm like, yeah, fuck you, dude. Like I got so happy and into it because that dude's he's not a cheat, but he's too good.
Yeah. I went to Saint. You've been to Saint Denis then? If you've been to or Saint Denis or whatever.
Yeah, say that. Yeah.
So like when you go to play the poker there, the buy-in's 5, so it's like they usually bet like a lot more.
Yeah.
So that's the one where I lost $20, and as soon as I lost $20, I just stood up and shot the dude, and then got like super high one. I will say the only thing that's really broken and like God mode about having unlimited money is I can get rid of bounties whenever I want.
Well, yeah. The moment you can you can kill an entire city and just be like, oh, $300.
Oh, and I do. I've gotten $300 bounties multiple times.
Jesus.
But it's usually because it stems from me like. There was one where a cop was busting a guy who stole like some bread.
Yeah.
So then I went up and I was like, I tried to defuse the situation, and then the cop wasn't doing anything, so then I started like making fun of the cop, and then he eventually put the guy down and started shooting me, and I got a wanted level just for making fun of a cop. So I killed him, and then I killed like 10 more cops and then hid with the body. I was trying to save this one guy who was just stealing bread. Eventually I realized I couldn't, so I dropped his body, ran to my horse, and just ran away.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I had like an insane amount
Your
of
failed
wanted
attempt
after
at being Robin Hood.
that. Yeah, it just ended in me killing a bunch of cops, leaving the guy I was saving and running away.
Dude, I remember this happened not too long ago in this game. We're not gonna talk about too much on
The Red Dead
on Red Dead.
cast.
The first 20 minutes has just been you two talking
Yeah.
Red Dead this whole time.
This is one of the last things. I went up to this cattle rancher, and I got off, and I'm like, oh, like my guy, and Arthur's like, hey, mister, and dude's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, and Arthur's like, I go to defuse. He's like, oh, well, take it easy now. He's like, you better get off this property. Whips his gun, and I'm like, dude, fucking chill. So I'm like, all right, I'm gone. I'm gonna leave. I get on the horse. He starts shooting me. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So all I do is I turn around, I lasso him, tie him up. I'm like, fuck you, dude. And I loot him. I didn't get like an unlawful thing. So I'm like, that's cool. That's good. Then these 2 guards start coming in. I'm like, are you like, god damn it. I hog tie them up. So I loot them. I'm like, you know what, bitch? I go in this house. I take everything. I go to this prize bull, shoot it in the head, fucking harvest and skin and shit. I'm like, you're a fucking antagonist. No. I lost my mind for that split moment.
There's gotta be like some secret about like that. There's gotta be like those little hidden areas with the game where like you get randomly attacked for going there.
Oh yeah,
There's gotta
dude.
be a
You
little-
go across bridges, you'll get mugged. Dude. Hey, do you see the serial killer shit yet?
No, I haven't.
There's a murderer out there, and he's leaving trails for you to find.
That's dope.
Literal entrails of people hanging hung up and stuff. And there's like a
Rockstar.
treasure map that's attached to it.
I will say, just to like wrap up with my experience, one of my favorite things I've done is the first time I went to rob someone.
Yeah.
I went up to this camp where 2 guys were settling. I pulled out my guns. And I went up and I was like, all right, guys, hands up and stuff. And I was like robbing them. And then they just turned around and they like pulled their guns. They're like, I wouldn't do it. So I just shot both of them because I'm like, I had my guns pointed at you and you pointed your guns on me. What did you think was going to happen? So I just killed them there. And I was like, wow, this is a fun game.
Yeah.
Also, you're saying that you didn't like the system for Deadeye where you have to drag it over, you can't mark it.
Yeah.
When you level up your Deadeye, you get to mark it.
Oh, really?
You aim and then you press
Okay,
RB, you can
that's
mark
a
it.
big relief to me. That's a big
Because
relief. I like that.
At some point, I saw my Deadeye leveled up and I didn't know what it did. But next time I used Deadeye, it wouldn't automatically mark, and I just wasn't doing anything. And then Citron was like, "Oh yeah, you have to tag it now because it leveled up." So like that is like a good thing.
Excuse me a moment.
Where are you going?
Now, you boys, I want you to talk about one of the things on the list.
Okay, so
Right.
so you might notice there's a certain movie that I put out on the table.
Yep. Rainbow Six.
That's not a movie. But I said movie.
Rogue One's
Yep.
blocked by
Oh,
Michael
it's
J.
blocked by Marty. It's blocked by Marty. But yeah, Rogue One. You guys like Rogue One, right? You like Rogue
I
One?
loved Rogue One.
Yeah, so
So
okay.
Disney has its streaming service coming out, which is going to have a lot of Star Wars stuff. They just announced another show that they're going to put on there. We were talking earlier about The Mandalorian.
that's okay. That is the one I was talking about before because there's apparently Carl Weathers is supposed to be a cast member on that show.
Carl Weathers is going to be The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I don't know what I
like
don't know
that.
if that's
Is he
his
gonna
role,
be-
but like they said like on the site saying Star Wars, Carl Weathers is going to be a role that is not like called out on yet.
Okay.
Like, so it's just like
Okay.
they have a role for him. We just don't know like what it is yet.
Okay, but I'm talking about
yeah, I see
they're
his-
doing an entirely other show based on the character of Cassian Landor, who is the main dude from Rogue One.
Oh, he was cool.
Yeah, he was very cool.
Like a
And-
prequel to Rogue One, basically.
well, probably, given that, well, spoiler for Rogue One, he fucking died.
What? Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for the movie we have all
didn't
seen
know.
before.
Honestly, you could pick anyone from that cast and
Give him a spin-off. Yeah, basically.
Jyn
actually
Erso
could.
also a dope character.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Diego Luna.
Yeah, he's coming
playing
back.
of it.
He's
That's
coming
awesome.
back. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that's really cool. don't know what they're gonna. I mean, obviously it's gonna be about him.
And Justin is coming
Howdy.
back in some sort of.
Pew 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 pew.
Get it? I'm you.
You look like Bill Williams.
You look like a legit
Would you
fucking
fuck me?
hillbilly right now.
I'd fuck me.
No.
You look like
Fuck
literally
me
someone
hard.
who just got back
quit
from
with the
Hawaii
Buffalo Bill
vacation.
shit. You
I
look like a
can't.
legit hillbilly right now.
Thank you.
I'm not even. That wasn't
Yeah.
a compliment.
That, yeah,
that was not a
Netflix really
compliment.
does, actually.
Just looking at the TV and I got a sweet reaction shot of me.
What are you doing? What's happening right now?
This podcast makes
Almost
no fucking
you
sense
last,
anymore.
I'm so scared right
Remember
now.
when we used
Where's
to
the
talk about
percentile?
topics?
Yeah. Oh, this is creepy. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Oh, shit.
I don't like this at all, man.
Ha! In your face. I didn't get
Justin,
creeped on.
you're back.
What would happen?
You wouldn't believe who just came by.
What?
The pedophile.
I think Kevin Spacey was just here, guys.
Oh man.
Dear Lord. We can never escape that, can we?
We know we can
You
never.
can never escape
no.
Kevin Spacey.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, I'm so sorry. You have headphones on. This is what you're listening to. Oh my God.
We're talking about.
It is. So what are we talking about?
Rogue One, the character of Cassian Landor, Diego Luna, and Rogue One. He's getting his own TV show
Yes.
on Disney
Landor,
Plus.
Landor.
The main dude.
Oh, the
main
bad
dude.
dude?
in Rogue, no, the main good guy. in
But I
Rogue
mean,
One.
like, at first he
Hold
seems
on,
bad 'cause he
hold on,
kills
you
a
can see
man?
it on the camera. You can see it where that dude. That
Yeah,
right there,
bad
Diego
guy.
Luna.
Yeah, the man who
Very-
kills a
very-
man at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, Diego
Yes.
Luna.
Ah.
You know who's going to be in it, too?
Yeah.
So it's a prequel to the prequel.
Yes.
Okay.
Carl Weathers is going to be in it, too.
No,
No, he's in the Mandalorian.
Nuno.
Different show.
You
Oh,
idiot.
oh.
Get your shit together.
My bad. I'm sorry.
So
guys.
this is going to be on
I was
part of,
not
like,
listening.
the Disney's whole streaming service,
Disney
right?
Plus.
Yeah.
Which they finally gave a name for. It's called Disney Plus.
That's dumb.
It's
I'm sorry,
a
it's
very
just-
basic name for a streaming
Yeah,
service.
that's,
Like, what would you rather they have called it?
Disney Premium.
I mean,
Plus is the same thing.
Disney
cash grab.
Yeah, Disney give us some fucking money.
The big
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Disney Infinity.
I mean, that actually would be a good name if it wasn't already used.
Yeah.
True.
Like, that actually sounds like a legit. What's that?
Streaming Kingdom.
The streaming kingdom.
What?
Ooh.
That's a terrible idea.
Magic Kingdom.
Well, yeah, there's so many kingdoms in the world.
Yeah.
You can't just claim the streaming kingdom because if you
Why
say
not?
because if you say streaming kingdom, people just think you mean Netflix because that's the streaming kingdom.
Well, now it's
True.
gonna mean Disney.
No, you can't just
Okay,
do that.
we can't talk about this shit off camera. We're the one cameraman doesn't have a fucking mic. It's just like Libbert is losing his mind talking to no one.
I am.
Like off camera's like, what are you talking about? It's a terrible thing. I'm fat. You're fat. That's like what's happening right now.
Also, the cast that has been announced to that Rogue One prequel
Yep.
you're talking about has only been Cassian Andor.
Yeah.
Or have been
Diego
Diego
Luna.
Luna.
Yeah.
Sorry, same person.
So they basically announced that they are making it and it's with him.
yeah, but I'm guessing it's very, very pre-production.
Yeah, probably. But
Who's in
I
Narcos?
still like it though. I feel like Disney's trying to like build up as much content as they can right away.
They need it. They need it, right? Because like
Yeah.
they're trying to become the next Netflix or like Hulu and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
well,
they need something big.
Disney owns Hulu.
So that seems
What?
weird to me.
Yep. Is
Why?
it
They only own a portion of it. They own 60% of it.
So the
okay?
majority.
But they still own it.
That's
It's
still-
majority.
So that's what I don't understand. You're literally setting up
What?
a competition for your competitor. That doesn't make any sense to me.
They own multiple services.
So, like what
It's
cameraman
Disney,
changes,
it's
I guess.
monopolistic practices and shit.
It could be that they might merge it. Hulu might become a part of this.
True. I think I read somewhere that they're like trying to keep it separate because they want to keep like Disney to be like the more kid friendly stuff, and Hulu is gonna have all the shows like Family Guy and like all the Adult Swim. Don't they have Adult Swim shows and shit on Hulu?
Yeah, they have. Well, Hulu has so many deals with a bunch of
there you go.
stuff.
That'll be like their divide.
But
also, Hulu is cheaper than Netflix, isn't it?
That I don't know. Hulu is American, and I
Because
don't.
they have announced that Disney Plus is also going to be like only like $4 to $5 a month.
Just heard it's coming to Canada.
Hulu?
Yes, because
Ooh.
the Fox merger, Fox also owned part of Hulu. Now that Fox is merging with Disney, Disney's going to bring it to international.
okay.
Okay.
International Hulu. So that's the only competition they have is like, what is it? Crave TV.
Yep. Netflix and Crave and
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, Amazon Video, whatever it's called.
Which I'm pissed because
Paramount Streaming Network.
Oh yeah, Paramount's coming out with streaming network.
I'm so worried about this.
Yep.
What is Paramount?
What
Paramount
do you?
Pictures?
Is that Michael Bay's stuff?
No, that's Platinum Dunes. Paramount.
But Paramount is a distributor that does do Michael Bay
Well, yeah,
movies.
he's like Paramount's the
So
ones
you're
who,
both right.
Yeah, they're the ones who did like all the Transformers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Okay,
Paramount's also who did Iron Man.
So why does this
God damn
all?
it, dude.
What does this worry you? What worries you?
Everything being streaming.
Yeah, so instead of it being one specific destination, we'll say Netflix, where we can have all of these products
Yes.
for $14.99 if you're in Canada, depending which plan that you go for.
Yep.
It's not going to be like $14.99 for Netflix, we'll say $5.99 for Hulu, $6.99 for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna come up, and it's still cheaper than cable.
But we're probably going to end up seeing so many streaming services. It's going to end up being as expensive as cable. Because
Yeah.
like with all
Yeah.
the reason people are cutting cord, not going with cable or satellite, is because it's so fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want like the only person maybe who goes like 5 to 10 channels, but they spread those 5 to 10 channels across all the different fucking packages.
Yep.
So then you end up having to pay like $100 plus a month. And so now they're going to probably do the same with streaming, like try and charge as much as they possibly can and have every different fucking company.
So that's what I'm worried about, and it's going to become like now. It's not like as an example. I'm a huge CW fan because a lot of the shows that I watch are on the CW.
Yeah.
Supernatural, Supergirl, Flash. What the fuck are they called?
Gilmore Girls.
Nah, that's on Netflix. But that's actually a really good example.
Archie.
I never watched Riverdale.
That's,
Yeah,
I
it's-
watched the
You,
first.
you
season.
always bring it up, but then we're like, is it good? And you're like, nah.
I just stopped watching it. It's not good at all.
Okay,
Oh.
Really
but some,
fucking
but like
bad.
you know, like a lot of the superhero Heroes of Tomorrow, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I love that stuff, and that's a CW kind of specific show, which have a deal with Netflix. Well, what's going to stop Warner Brothers of starting? Which they are. They have their DC network, their DC streaming service that's out now.
Oh, it's
what's
out
gonna
over- yeah.
So what's going to stop them from taking all those CW shows that are superhero related specifically, or even anything that's CW related, not just slap it on the fucking DC streaming
And
service?
take it off of Netflix and off of
Yeah.
all the other services.
Because that's
yeah.
that's what Disney's doing with all of their Marvel shows.
Yep.
Like really, the only thing that's left is Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and if they want to do a Defenders 2 season 2,
Yep. That's all I can do. But
and like, are they going to do Punisher though, Kevin? Because thankfully season 2 Punisher.
it's in production now.
Okay, so like they can't stop that.
Yeah,
at
they
that
can't
point.
really stop it, but like after it's released, they might be like, "Oh, that's it."
Yeah, they
It's
cut the
coming
deals
over
and they're good to
coming
go.
over to Disney Plus.
And then Bell is saying that Hulu is more expensive but much more worth it
Yeah.
because Hulu has all like the day after, like your SNLs, your like all these like sitcoms or like daily shows and all that. You might not get it the night of, but then 24 hours later you can gain access to it.
Yes.
Do you know what's kind of weird?
What's that?
For me, with all these streaming things, I've kind of gotten over TV shows. If that doesn't make a lot of sense, but like, I just find I don't watch TV shows anymore. If I want to sit down and watch something, I'll watch a movie. And if I just want to watch something casually, I'll just watch something on YouTube. I find I don't watch a lot of TV shows casually.
See, I think that's kind of a side effect of the binge watching. Because like you go through an entire season of whatever, right?
But even then, a lot of those like shows, like I think Daredevil was the last show I actually binge watched. I haven't watched any. I'm not really into serious TV shows, and like I'm kind of just stopped watching comedy shows too. So like it's just TV shows I'm just not as interested in now. I use Netflix for movies now. I use it all the time to watch movies I like, but I've kind of stopped using it for TV shows, which I don't know if that's just me or if that's like something that maybe is happening with people. I don't know.
Question: is that because of these streaming services? Because I'll admit, I'm kind of seeing the same thing. I haven't
Yeah.
binge watched anything,
I'm
but I'm gonna say it's not because of the streaming services or their availability or anything. It's because I straight up do not have the time. Like I do not have the time to just like, oh, I have a day off. I'm gonna watch the entire Santa Clarita Diet, whatever. Which
Yeah.
I started watching. That's actually a pretty decent show.
My respect for you has dropped just a little bit.
Why?
Fuck Drew Barrymore.
Why? That's
Terrible actress.
whoa.
Terrible
okay. Just
actress.
randomly coming out with a Drew Barrymore hate. What?
She's so terrible. She's not a good actress. I'm stroking out with it.
Okay.
With my rage.
Okay, now you mention I've never like seen like any like great acting performances out of her, but in the show she's not bad.
The only reason I even
She was
tried
in E.T.
that you're not helping the situation.
She was like 5.
and 51st Dates.
You're-
Firestarter.
Wedding Singer.
Kevin.
Kevin
on.
just yelled fire starter.
Fucking Stephen King bullshit.
Okay, but really though, like I also have not like binge watched anything because I just don't have the time. So is it possible it's like that for you?
I think so too, but like I've actually had time lately. I don't know, but like I guess I've also had Red Dead, so I haven't really
True.
been interested. It's just
Well, what's your YouTube content that you watch?
I watch a lot of stuff, just like literally like everything. I'll watch like.
But just
It's not YouTube. It's
So
Pornhub.
I mean,
Let's be
obviously,
honest.
I think I've said it before. I like Funhouse. I like their
Oh, yeah.
gameplays and stuff. I like a lot of the.
So
Rooster
do you
Teeth
binge
gameplays.
watch the Funhouse stuff?
Not.
Or
really.
you'll jump from like Funhouse and then you'll go to like FouseyTube and then like I'm just saying.
It's kind of like it just go again. I guess it would sort of be binge watching, but it's not anything specific.
yeah, you're just binge watching internet content in general.
Yeah, and it's just background stuff for me. Like, I find the thing I do most out of like anything to pass the time is watching movies or watching or playing video games. It's just, I mean, like, and sometimes like I'll play like there's some games like For Honor and Overwatch where it's like they're like I pay attention to the games, I have fun, but the sound I don't care what I'm listening to, so I'll like throw a show or video on in the background.
Okay.
But I mean I don't throw shows on anymore. I'll throw like YouTube videos. I'll throw like Funhouse stuff. So I guess it's like the idea of streaming services bringing me exclusive TV shows and stuff is something I don't really care for, and the idea of exclusive movies is cool, but there hasn't been any Netflix movies specifically that have made me like that I've been super
But come on, you didn't love Bright? It's your favorite people. You got Will Smith and whatever David Ayer.
Honestly, Bright was such a meh for me. It was like it wasn't for me. It wasn't even bad to make fun of. I just didn't enjoy it, and I turned it off halfway through because I was like, I'm just not having a good experience with this. Like, you know, so, but even still, it's like there hasn't been, I know there's been good movies that have been brought on and interesting stuff, but Daredevil has literally been the only series as of late that I've actually cared about that Netflix has been a part of. Like, trying to think of like other ones, like 13 Reasons Why was a big one. That show
House
was,
of Cards, despite it starring the guy who's just on
Well,
here.
before
I
you
never
find out.
watched House of Cards.
See, I never watched House either.
Really?
A lot of it-
It's a really good show. If you're into like political and like character
Yeah.
manipulations
Plus
and
it's
all that.
super David Finchery.
Yeah, which is what I love,
Exactly.
obviously.
Like the
Big Fincher fan.
documentaries like on the show too are pretty good. Like Making a Murderer, like it's been a hit.
I didn't even watch that one. Oh, American Vandal.
I was
American
about to
Vandal,
say
yeah,
American
that was
Vandal.
inspired
Still haven't
by
watched the
Making a
second season
Murderer.
of that.
But they just like did like a little spin on
Yeah,
it.
but even it's just like I don't know. I like the films that I watch and I like the YouTube I watch, but Netflix originals, Hulu originals, Amazon Prime originals is just something I've just to like the most dramatic zoom on me. It's just stuff that I'm just not interested in anymore. Even if I had the time, I don't think I'd be interested in it.
Really, yeah?
Because
Yeah.
they do too much of it, I think.
It
Like-
is. There's an oversaturation. There's so much to watch
I know
on
that-
Netflix.
When Netflix,
That's understandable.
okay, so I was on Netflix. I was scrolling through, and you guys remember the UK office, right, with David Brent?
Yep.
They specifically made a show or a movie for him because like in the show, like he's like considered himself like this rock star after he gets fired from the show, or not from the show, like from his work. Then they did like kind of this spin-off of like mockumentary of him trying to become a rock star, but it's not working out for him.
Was it good?
No, I watched half of it.
Okay, so no,
I
so it
kind of
wasn't
stopped
very-
because like for me it just kind of went like
Yeah, this wasn't anything special.
Yeah.
And
Also,
that's what- that's
there's
what I
probably
mean.
a reason that like the UK office didn't it only go like 1 year?
Well, I mean, that's
2
British
years.
television, man. British television, like most shows, will go what they call series, right, or seasons. Go
Oh,
1
yeah.
to 2 series, and that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing like I noticed. I watched through most of Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock.
That's good.
Okay, this
That's
show's been
really
on
good.
for like 7 years, and there's like 5 episodes.
Yeah, but they're all like an hour and a half long each. Like
Yeah.
they're basically films.
Yeah, it still just really surprised me that,
Yeah.
that's how it was
Yeah.
structured.
Well, I mean, that's why I was all about Daredevil. I felt like with Daredevil, it was like I'd sit down when I had time and watch like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And be like super pumped about what I just saw, and then I'd go do other stuff, and then a day or two would go and I'd watch 2 or 3 episodes, stuff like that.
I'm kind of doing that with Iron Fist right now, except without the whole being pumped part.
Oh yeah,
Season
just
2
getting
is just-
through Iron Fist. That's the
Yeah,
I haven't
season
cared
2,
about
yeah.
any of the other Defenders.
I'm
Daredevil
telling,
is the only one I
I'm
cared
telling
about.
myself I need to watch the new Iron Fist before I go to the new season of Daredevil. Because I don't know if there
I
would
don't
be
know why you're
references or
telling
there would be
yourself
follow. I don't know.
Because I didn't do
That's
it.
when it came out chronologically. So like maybe there's gonna be some storyline carryover. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Daredevil knows that it's the only one that people universally love because it really doesn't tie too much to the rest of the Defenders.
I preferred Luke Cage and Jessica Jones to
Over
Daredevil.
Daredevil?
Yeah,
Why?
so they were both such great character stories.
I think Jessica Jones, the first few episodes, I took a lot in me to watch. I thought it was a very slow start, very slow burn.
Yeah.
But then once like Kilgrave really like became a prominent character and like the effects that Kilgrave had on Jessica got me really hooked. Luke Cage, I was always very
Yeah.
like a
Really?
very, very timid
It was
kind
great.
of vibe.
It was fun.
See, to me, I don't know. The action felt very bleh. Like there wasn't like,
Okay, you're right. I'll give you the action in those ones aren't as good as.
but
in
they're not
Daredevil,
meant to
but-
be, and I get that. Like even some of the characters,
Mahershala Ali as Cottonmouth. That was He's a
but he-
fantastic
but-
villain.
Spoiler, motherfucker's
okay,
gone.
yeah, that's true. They did kind of waste him.
Yeah.
But it was still. I still preferred both Luke Cage and Jess Jones to Daredevil.
I don't know. I love the way that Charlie Cox plays Matt Murdock.
His Daredevil is so badass. Like in the suit, he looks amazing and he's so cool.
Like,
The thing is, I can't definitively say anything more because I've only seen like
Yeah.
one episode of Jessica Jones and I didn't like it, and then someone told me. Was talking to me about Luke Cage, and I watched an episode, and I wasn't about it either, so I gave up on him, and I just kept watching Daredevil. But I don't know, they just off the bat, they just didn't give me the idea that I'd want to watch them.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
was
mean,
like,
it's
that's time
hard.
and effort to put into a show. You know?
It is really
Yeah,
hard
I
to
guess.
if you don't get a good vibe right off the bat to stick with a series.
Yeah.
Like it's like again, House on Haunted Hill or whatever for the Haunting of Hill House. Sorry, that's what it's called. It's a Netflix show. I watched the first episode. I could not get into that shit, and I was reading how people were throwing up and passing out while watching that show. I'm like, it's so telegraphed and fucking cheesy and bad, and it's just. Yeah, I've already talked about it, but yeah, it's not a good time. But I think it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen when Disney launches Disney Plus. To see what the competition's going to do, because ABC is owned by Disney.
Yeah.
So now our ABC show is going to be pulled from Netflix, going to be put on specifically on Hulu / fucking the Disney Plus channel,
Probably.
their streaming service. Like I don't know, it's going to be kind of weird to see.
And they're also doing that a whole slew of shows. They're also doing like the Scarlet Witch show, the Loki show, the Bucky and Falcon show.
But see, and that's going to be on.
These sound like talk shows.
The Bucky and Falcon show. I could actually see those two hosting a talk show together. That'd be
So
really
it's
funny.
going to be interesting to
I'd
see
watch
what's
that.
going to go, but I just don't know if it's going to be.
Do you guys find yourself watching talk shows ever?
No.
Nope. Podcasts only.
And I used to,
On YouTube, I watch sometimes like Jimmy Fallon and
because that shit
Conan.
pops up so much.
I subscribe to Jimmy Fallon and like Conan O'Brien, James Corden too.
I was gonna say even I don't subscribe to them, but I'll be watching like a video about nothing related to them, and it's like, find out what Jennifer Lawrence said about her trip to the Swiss Alps. She almost died? ? And it's like,
Yeah.
am I getting clickbaited by Jimmy Fallon? But then I fucking click on it because I want to know how Jennifer Lawrence almost died, and it's
It's
like,
clickbait.
yeah, and it's effective, but I don't know. I don't watch talk shows. The only one I've watched SNL sometimes because I love.
Well, it's not a talk show.
It's not, but it is like still like live television.
Yeah.
I only do it
Yeah.
when I'm at home where we have TV. Just because sometimes the guests are like when Donald Glover was on, he was amazing, and that show was really good.
Yep.
But then
I
they had
find-
I think they had Russell Crowe on one time. He just wasn't that funny.
Yeah.
It's a weird show.
SNL as of lately has not been the best.
No.
You often do better just like not watching the show, just going to what is it, that awkward close
They
up?
are just loving the fucking rack zoom and just
Yeah.
focus
Yeah, I know.
on live.
But yeah, I find like I don't watch those shows because like there's maybe 1 or 2 points in the show where I'm like actually like, oh hey, that was funny, but I
Yeah.
just see them on YouTube the next day anyways.
Yeah.
True. And plus, they lost like their current cast right. So like, I mean, the cast always changed, but like obviously like the Will Ferrell era was like a really solid cast. They're pretty funny. They right like 5 years ago actually had like a solid cast and then lost like a bunch of their funniest members.
Kind of speaking of which, Adam Sandler has a new comedy special on Netflix.
Oh yeah, you're telling me about
That shit is funny.
Yeah,
Holy
well,
shit.
Look what happens when Adam Sandler gets to be Adam Sandler. When Adam
Yeah.
Sandler doesn't have to make an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah,
Like-
I feel like Adam Sandler is a very fucking funny person.
Yeah.
It just that doesn't always translate well to movies.
Well, because his movies are all the same, right? It's like slapstick beyond belief, and then it's like these no real depth in characters.
Yeah,
Right?
They don't do any character development. They aren't well crafted movies. They're
No.
just kind of vehicles to put Adam Sandler and his buddies in to try and make some money.
Yeah.
It's like it's always the same people too. Whenever like he has like a movie coming out, like there's always like either like Nick Swanson, is
Nick
his name?
Swartzen,
Swartzen,
and
yeah.
Rob Schneider,
Rob
and David
Schneider.
Spade,
Yeah.
all those
It's
guys.
the same characters like
Kevin
throughout.
James.
Kevin James,
Yeah.
Chris Rock.
Because I think like all the movies that he does, it's always with like Happy Madison, like the production.
Yeah.
Isn't that-
That's
it-
it? I'm
it-
pretty
That's
sure that's
his.
his.
That is
like,
his.
he owns
That is
it,
his, yeah. So that's
It's just him making movies with his friends, which I applaud. It's great.
just
But
suck.
I'm tired of people giving him money to do this shit.
Yeah.
It gets old after a while, I
Yeah,
find.
but it is refreshing seeing Adam Sandler back on the stand-up stage.
See, that's
and
what's
being-
nice to hear.
Being fucking hilarious up there.
You know what's not hilarious?
What?
The Shrek reboot.
Yeah, that's
They have a Shrek
really
reboot?
surprising. Yep, they are rebooting Shrek.
With
No way.
They are
Illumination
restarting.
Studios.
Illumination.
Yeah, the fucking
Which I
the
hate
Minions.
so much.
Yep.
Which saddens me because they have like 2 movies I kind of like.
Well, here's my thing with this, okay? So
The first Despicable Me was good.
Yeah, that's whatever.
I will argue even the first 2. 1 and 2 are actually not that bad.
They're,
Yeah.
they're also doing the Grinch that I actually kind
Which
of.
is already out.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
it good?
Benedict Cumberbatch
I'm gonna
is the Grinch. Scott Mosier wrote and directed it, I believe. Scott Mosier is the former producer of Kevin Smith, who started Smodcast with him.
Okay.
So, I gotta
but
watch it for that
Also,
respects
the
alone.
Lorax was pretty good. I like the Lorax.
Lorax, I mean, that's
It was
fucking
like a
Dan
fun
DeVito,
little-
man.
Yeah, it was a fun little musical.
Ed Helm.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go wrong with that.
But have I talked about the movie Sing on this podcast?
Probably not.
Because I hate it more than anything, any other animated movie. I hate the movie Sing.
Yeah, as much as you hate Suicide Squad.
I
I
have
said animated movie.
is it the one with like the rabbit at the audition?
Okay, I went and saw Sing in
Okay.
the theater because I had to go with my nephew, and I had the worst movie experience of my life in that movie.
Sing.
No, like the amount of kids in that theater.
Yeah.
Me and him went to a late show because I was like, oh, wait till late show, so
Yeah.
there will be like less kids there. It was still full of kids.
Yeah, and they're all just screaming and laughing and just talking so loud.
And
And
there's like kids who would start laughing and they would start like doing this
Yeah,
with
yeah.
their feet like to the fucking chair behind me, and oh my god, I
Yeah.
gave so many dirty looks to parents. I do this thing when I'm in the movie theater where if like someone is being too loud, if I can get in their eyesight, I just like turn around and I just
do it to the camera. Do it to the camera.
Okay, which camera?
Right, we'll turn around. You'll see it.
All right,
Camera
so
1 or
watch
2?
2, I believe. No, 1.
This one.
It's 2.
2.
One.
Yeah.
Just give them the absolute death stare. Because I
Which-
fucking hate people who are way too goddamn loud in the movie theater.
I hate that
You guys
too.
are.
I hate that too, but when I saw Venom, me and my buddy were cracking jokes, and we had 2 people behind us that were both making jokes, and we easily could hear each other, and we're both laughing at each other's jokes, making fun of how stupid that movie was, and I actually had a good time with that. Like, it was quiet enough that we weren't being disturbing, and it wasn't often, but it was like, Venom would say something stupid, and we would be like, why did he say that? And then, like, all 4 of us would collectively laugh at it. It was like, that was the only time I was okay with talking in the movie theater.
But here's the thing. All right, with the Shrek reboot. So Chris Meledandri goes and I don't know, it's fucking his name.
Shrek, is it called Shrek Reloaded?
Shrek Reloaded.
Why are you allowed to
I'm
live
trying to figure out
sometimes?
if what Justin just did was racist. Like if it was a foreign
What did
name
you
that he
say?
was just
No,
like
it's
making.
it's not it's
making
not a
fun
race.
of.
Why you always gotta go to race? Why is it always gotta be about race?
I was just wondering. Like
Just because I can't get Ruth's name doesn't mean I'm racist.
Okay.
And, no,
I'm not
but
gonna touch that.
Chris, Meledandri. Meledandri. He's obviously like the fucking the brains behind Illumination, but he was saying so he wants to reboot both Shrek and Puss in Boots, right?
Yes.
Gritty.
But he wants to keep the original voice actors.
That's not a fucking
How?
Then
reboot.
why just?
Just do a sequel.
Yeah.
Just do a soft reboot if you have to.
He's like, as soon as we brought in the kids, it
Oh.
fucked up the whole
Are you aware of the other project that Illumination Studios is involved in? The animated Mario Bros. Movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The creating Mario
Yeah.
one too?
Yep. Mario Bros. Movie.
Oh,
Nuno
no.
looks so happy about
If
this.
it's not a shot-for-shot remake
Of
of
the John Leguizamo. Yes. Yes.
if it's not that, I'm out, man.
Oh, just this shot for shot, but just CGI.
Yeah,
everyone.
exactly right.
I want the Goombas to be exactly the same in
I
every
want,
way.
And I want Mario to still look like Bob Hoskins. And Bowser's Dennis Hopper and shit.
Oh my god, Bowser, he was Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
Is Dennis Hopper still alive?
No, he passed away, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's James Caan. It's one of the two. I can't
Dennis
remember.
Hopper died, 2010.
Okay. There you go.
Yep, just CGI him back to life.
Like what they did for Star Wars. We
Yep.
need Dennis Hopper back as
Yeah.
Bowser. The fans demanded.
Just use the exact same
named Koopa
audio,
in the
they just
show.
CGI.
King Koopa.
That's right, King Koopa. They weren't calling him Bowser back then.
There's also Iggy and Spike.
Yep. Those are Koopa's kids.
Toad. Who's Mojo? Danny DeVito is Toad.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Don't act like you wouldn't love that. That'd be fucking.
I thought
hilarious.
it
Just put him like, just put like the little shitty plaster like brown like side lip things, and he's just like doing this the entire time.
Here's what you do. You have two Toads. The first Toad is Peter Dinklage as a very like.
Okay,
you know,
that's
not,
a little
but
much.
not like. Here's the thing. It's not like in the actual Toad. He's like very distinguished and like professional. And then you pair him on with Danny DeVito, who's the classic like, "Hi, I'm Toad."
No, I don't want him to do the voice. I just want him to be his character from fucking Sunny. That's all I want.
Can Toad have the condom joke in the Mario movie?
Have him dressed up as the trash man from fucking Sunny.
I'm the trash man. I eat trash.
Is
You're
Yoshi
gonna
gonna be
have
in there
Toad
too?
drop a con and be like, I dropped my
Sorry, what was
monster
that?
con
Is Yoshi
from
gonna
a
be in there too?
dong.
I'm probably like if see, I'm a little bit worried because I will agree with Lib. Illumination doesn't have, in my mind, the best track record for films.
No.
Sing was passable for me because I liked some of the voice, like fucking
I have.
Eggy.
The thing is, the voice acting in those movies is always really
Yeah.
good. It's just when it comes down to some of these movies, why they're made. That's
Yeah.
Sing for me is such a cash grab movie that is about talking animals where the animals mean nothing. What is the point of the animals being animals?
That's just being cutesy.
There's barely any jokes about it
Why is Zootopia about animals?
because that's the core of the story.
Because it's using that
It
as an
makes so much
allegory
sense.
for real something. Okay.
Oh, just make a race. Then don't worry about it.
Why the fuck is there a bunch of gorillas that are like Australian or whatever?
They're
look,
British.
And they're all
what are you
criminals.
talking about? The
And
gorillas
voiced
are
by Idris Elba. Oh my god,
No,
that was so
no,
much
that was
worse
Idris,
than I
that
thought
wasn't
it
Idris
was.
Elba.
originally.
That's not Idris Elba. It's
Yeah,
Peter
it's-
talking
Shubrikuruchowicz.
about Sing or Zootopia?
Sing.
Zootopia had Idris Elba as the ox.
Yeah, and Sing.
Sing does not have Idris
No,
Elba.
it's
in it.
Peter Shubrikuruchowicz.
Um,
It's the tick.
I'm telling you right now, it's not.
No,
Idris
no,
Elba.
Does-
don't worry.
I swear. Okay, I thought for some reason that it
It's
was
because he
Idris
sounds
Elba.
like him. The way that he does, the way that Peter Shubrikuruchowicz does his voice.
Peter Serafinowicz.
Okay, I was mistaken. Serafinowicz.
Yeah.
Serafinowicz. Yeah.
No one can get that name.
Yeah. No one can get. Sorry, Peter.
This
Oh
is
my god.
it's it.
Let's
it-
get his name. Let's get his name.
For me, a problem with that movie is that when you look at the performances and the characters and stuff, more times than not, you're gonna remember the voice actor behind it than the actual character.
Yeah.
When you watch Zootopia, you remember the characters and not the voice actors. You remember Judy Hopps and the fucking Fox dude. I don't know
Oh,
his
really?
name, man.
Because that's all I kept on thinking about was
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman and Idris
That's
Elba.
Jason Bateman though.
Well, it's because could you argue for that? It's because you didn't know who the fuck Hops was as an actress. Did you know who she
I
was
guess
before
that's
that?
fair. I guess that's fair. I don't
Exactly.
know. But still, I just think Sing is just such a.
Again,
It's-
I'm not arguing with you. That could have been with people. They just made it cutesy with animals for people, like for the kids. I get
Also,
that.
I don't like the whole plot line basing around, a talent show when talent shows are actually like the shittiest thing on the fucking planet. And I will fight people about that.
Well,
They're
you could
fucking
then
horrible.
argue that technically the talent show in there was a shitty thing too.
Oh yeah, that's what
I
I'm saying.
just-
It's absolutely shitty, and it was a terrible plot line to go with for that movie
It's
because
some,
it's perpetuating
you ever,
such
like,
a shitty thing in society.
You ever see a movie?
Peter Serafinowicz.
Yeah. Sarah Finowitz or something.
Serafinowicz.
Finowitz.
Serafinowicz. Let's call him Serafinowicz, okay?
Serafinowicz.
Did you ever watch a movie and see an actor in it and just think, wow, you wanted to buy a bigger house this year?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what Matthew McConaughey's performance was for me in this. I thought he did a
Yeah.
good job, but I was like, ultimately, I'm like, why did he do this movie? Oh, yeah, he wanted money.
Well, you could say that about Gold Rush or Fool's Gold, whatever that was.
Yep.
Back when,
You
like,
can
the
say
so
that
many
about
movies.
pretty much every movie McConaughey was in before the McConaissance. Like,
Yeah, before he
Yeah.
actually reinvented himself,
yeah, before he actually started doing really
like
good
Lincoln
acting.
Lawyer and shit like
Yeah,
that.
True
yeah.
Detective.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for
It
season
just
3.
because looking at the contours of that, Despicable Me, actually the first one I thought was a lot of actual genuine care in the
Yep.
animation and the creation of that movie.
And it was really unique, and it was
Yeah.
it was fun.
And I think Steve Carell did a fantastic job as the voice acting. And then you bring it to Despicable Me 3, that is like entirely different directors. It's all the same voice actors, but no one cares at this point, you know? Like, just get
There
the movie
wasn't-
done so we can make money.
Yeah, there wasn't a heart, as I say, and that's
No.
where I'm kind of worried with the Shrek thing and with the Mario thing. Is like the Mario thing, it just feels like a huge cash grab.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I don't want that to happen. And with Shrek, I don't understand why call it a reboot if you're gonna grab the exact same voice actors.
Yeah, I see all these movie announcements like a reboot coming and all this shit. And it's like, is it a reboot? Is it a sequel? Are they remaking? What's going on? They aren't using like the right
I thought for some
terminology
reason
at
it was
all.
gonna be like live action. Can you imagine if they get Mike Myers just to be like
No.
a live action version of Shrek?
Shrek, wait a minute.
CGI Eddie Murphy as Donkey in there.
I don't think I'm comfortable with
Yeah,
that.
I would not feel.
I have a terrible,
comfortable.
I have a terrible image right now of just Eddie Murphy as the donkey.
Oh my god.
Lord.
Just have his face, but like have his teeth.
Do you know what movie for me was like? I totally forgot it came out until it came out, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
What movie?
Smallfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
September
Smallfoot.
26th, my wife and kid were supposed to see that today until my kid decided to be a piece of shit and we had to punish him.
And then
Ooh.
I look at the cast. Guess who's top billed? Number one.
Yeah, Channing Tatum.
No, LeBron James.
So, yeah, he's the main
He's
character.
top billed.
But
Really?
it's Channing Tatum as the Bigfoot.
But they put LeBron James and Zendaya in front of him.
Ouch.
LeBron James played Gwangi. Zendaya played Michi.
Oh my god, these names.
Channing
Oh, yeah, he's
Tatum
not the
was
main character, no.
Migo.
There's commons in there too.
Gina
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Okay, is that
Who
top
the
billed
fuck is
on
in this
IMDb
movie?
or is that top
Jimmy
billed
Fallon's
on
in that.
Google?
Or not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy
Top,
Tatro's in
I
that
guess
too.
that
Okay,
it's on
that's-
Google. IMDb is probably going to be. It's just funny that LeBron James would still come up number one. Yeah, top billed is Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
LeBron James, he can't be in that movie that long to
He-
be number 5.
Why
Behind
not?
Danny DeVito.
He's trying to get a movie career going. He's
Yeah, I
going
mean,
to be in
yeah.
the new Space
Oscar
Jam.
winner, LeBron James.
Oh, what do you mean Oscar winner LeBron James?
Kobe Bryant won an Oscar, not
Was it Kobe
LeBron.
Bryant?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice try, Kevin.
I was trying to
Sorry,
pipe in and be
I'll
right.
back
No, you're
behind the
wrong.
camera then.
Yeah, James Corden, Channing Tatum, fucking.
Common.
Yeah, I told you. He's
Common,
the village
oh yeah, I
elder.
forgot Common was in that movie.
Common's the village elder.
Yep.
I will say Common was pretty dope in John Wick, but
He was good on
He's
Hell
got a
on,
good voice.
He's got
He's
even
a
in
solid
Hell on
actor.
Wheels. He was good in that show too. It was an AMC show.
he's nothing special, but he's a solid actor. Jimmy Tatro is in that movie.
Yeah.
You guys know that?
Nope.
No, you don't know who Jimmy Tatro is?
No.
I
He's
do.
a frat YouTube guy.
Yeah, Life Court Jimmy.
Gee, maybe why? Maybe I'm trying to see why I don't know
funny.
this.
He was in
Is he the
22
guy
Jump
who's
Street.
I
on
was
there?
actually watching him before I came here. That was a funny thing.
Isn't he American Vandal?
Oh no, Life According to Jimmy.
Yeah, he's the main guy in American Vandal.
Yeah, he is. He is the main.
Season
Oh,
one.
he's
only.
the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 1.
Okay,
The
yeah.
asshole with a heart.
Asshole with a heart.
He also was frat boy in Grown Ups too.
Yeah,
he's
he
frat boy
was.
in like half the movies he's ever
Yeah.
been in. Let's
Well,
be honest.
he played like his voice and his mannerisms, right? He
Yeah.
plays the character very, very well.
Yes, he does.
He's on Modern Family too, actually.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's
All right.
making a good career for himself.
Okay. Enough of this. All right.
Enough
This is a
intro.
dangerous rabbit hole we're going on. We're just gonna be like, oh, IMDb. Did you know about this? Did you know about that?
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Fucking the PlayStation Classic game lineup.
Yes.
So basically, PlayStation's answer to the minis of fucking SNES and NES.
Yes.
Which, by the way,
go buy a fucking PlayStation
do you go
1.
SNES or SNES?
SNES.
I go SNES.
NES.
I don't think it really.
No.
matters,
What? No.
Oh wait, say no. Did you say not say-
SNES.
SNES or SNES?
How do you say it?
Super
Oh,
Nintendo Energy.
like I'm saying. I say SNES.
Okay. NES or NES?
NES.
NES.
NES. I like. Yeah.
So
But
what
you
is
said
it
that
for the
SNES
Saturn?
was. You said you called it SNES.
No, we call it SNES.
No, I call it SNES.
But then you'll call the NES.
NES.
You
I
call
call it SNES and NES.
We're
And
all
then
three of
I
us are
say
consistent here.
SNES and then NES.
What do you
Okay.
say?
See, I'm a weird hybrid
you
where
say
I'll say
SNES and
I'll,
NES?
yeah, for whatever reason I'll say SNES, but then I'll call it the NES for whatever reason.
I just like the sound of NES.
Is that fourth character just too much to?
Yeah, maybe it's just too much work, man.
How's it
too
actually
much,
called
too much
though?
work. One more syllable. It's way too much work for Justin.
Yeah, of
Oh my
course.
god.
How's it actually-
Stop buying mini versions of consoles and just download emulators.
Oh Jesus Christ, dude!
Oh, it's not the same. Who cares? You're playing a PlayStation 1 game.
So you'd rather someone he illegally obtained something.
Yes. Don't do that. Go buy a fucking PlayStation 1 then. They're not hard to find.
Yeah, but a good condition disc is.
I agree
And
with you on that.
also
Then just buy emulators.
also trusting an old PlayStation 1 is not.
It's just they charge a lot for these things, and you get a good maybe day of fun out of it until you realize, wow.
Well, let's
This is
look
boring.
at the list of games that the PlayStation Mini is going to carry. All right, and now you'll tell me off these games if it's going to be worth it or not. Okay, so these are, which is funny enough, these are all emulators. because that's
It's basically an emulation.
it is.
device.
No,
That's
it is.
what
It's straight up an
Mm-hmm.
emulator. All right, so we're going with Battle Arena Toshiden,
I never
Cool Borders 2,
Never played.
Destruction Derby. I'm gonna skip one of them so we can get it as last. Grand Theft Auto. Now this isn't
Yeah.
3D Grand Theft Auto. This
Yeah.
is top down.
down.
Which
Grand
are-
Theft
So
Auto.
that's the first one then, right?
But
For like
they're-
10 minutes, not even.
Yeah.
Is that the first one?
Yeah, the very first
Oh,
one.
okay.
Grand Theft Auto busted.
Yeah, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid,
Dope.
That's a
Dope
good
one.
game. Dope game.
Mr. Driller. Never heard of that.
Sounds like a porno.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
Come on to my class. I'm Mr. Driller.
Mr. Driller's gonna save you.
Oh
my dick.
Oh, wow. Great
Magnum
tagline.
Mr. Driller dropped his monster condom.
Oh my god. Anyways, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Rayman.
Which one?
Rayman, the original
Rayman?
Rayman's pretty fun.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, but I would argue the newer Raymans are 1,000 times better.
Oh, Rayman, what? Origins, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
That one's fucking fun as hell.
Yeah, and it's
That's like the
beautiful.
That's a
first
good
one,
one.
but way better.
Yeah. Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelations Persona, Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. So it's not Street Fighter, it's Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. Siphon Filter, the original motherfucking three-eyed beam man. I can't remember. Splinter Cell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Siphon Filter's like the
Oh,
original
I've
that.
played that. That game's actually kind of fun.
Tekken 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. That's it. That's
Rainbow
where it
Six.
stops. That's
Yeah.
Rainbow Six.
That
I
game
mean,
is-
yes, it is multiplayer. You can have split screen.
have you played that game though before? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
did you like it?
I mean, I played on the 64. It's
It was
okay.
dog shit in my opinion.
No, it's hard because
the
it
thing
was.
is, I played it like went back and played it like recently. That's
Well,
why.
you can't do that.
But I wasn't even comparing it. I was like,
Yeah.
objectively, it's like, it's just, it's. I mean, any old school game is janky.
Well, yeah, because
but-
there's no fucking recoil. There's no
Yeah.
like everything's so janky and the AI is super dumb.
But like going back and playing like old school Metal Gear Solid, it still holds up.
Yeah, I would argue with that.
The thing, but like I would say with one of the big ones, Resident
I'm not
Evil.
done, though.
Okay, go through your things. Sorry.
So Tekken 3,
oh, I know what one you skipped.
Twisted Metal, and then Wild Arms.
Oh, Twisted Metal's fun.
What one did you skip?
Final Fantasy 7.
Which is coming out on the Switch next year, by the way.
Oh, then don't buy the fucking.
Well, here's the thing. So that's gonna come out on the Switch.
Yeah, and Xbox.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be $20. We'll say at least a minimum of $20, right? It coming out.
Yeah.
Would you spend $20 on a janky, boxy looking fucking HD remake? Not even HD remake, just resized to our ratio Final Fantasy for $20, or would you spend, we'll say, $100 for? Because I'm assuming that's what the mini's gonna come out
I
as
think
a
it's
classic.
like 120. They said.
129.
$129.
Yeah.
Oh fuck that noise! No, yeah, no.
And
No.
it doesn't even have DualShock controllers.
That's not. Yeah, no, that's garbage. That's straight garbage.
Yeah. I'm also, I understand why they didn't, but I'm very disappointed that they don't have any Tony Hawk games on there.
I'm
That
looking
would
at
have been
this
a
list.
good one, actually.
Yeah.
Like
I
Tony
love
Hawk
the
Pro
Hawk
Skater
games.
2 on there would have been perfect.
Yeah. I fucking love those
Goldfinger playing in the
games.
background
I love
would be
the old
perfect.
Tony Hawk
I
games.
just want to point
They
this
need to
out
make
there
more.
as well. PlayStation 3s, you can buy PlayStation 1 classic games.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say that.
play
Yeah, you
them.
can also get PS2 games as well.
To a certain point, there's
You
a
have to have a certain model.
yeah, like for the first gen PS3s,
Yeah.
you could even play. You can backwards play
Yeah.
the PlayStation 2s, and I think
Your-
not PlayStation 1s though.
Your
I
best
don't know.
bet for PlayStation 2 games is just to get a PlayStation 2, or like find somebody that has one.
Oh, those are dirt cheap. Those are like
Everyone.
pennies apart.
Yeah, but,
But
Especially the skinny ones.
$129 for a fucking PlayStation Classic. You're out of your fucking mind.
yeah.
How much?
That's-
How much was the Nintendo one?
$89.99, like maybe $100.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
That
huge-
And a
PlayStation's
lot more
not-
games, a lot more fucking games.
Yeah.
Like in that
Not
list,
feeling it.
there's what? Let's get so in that list. In all honesty, Final Fantasy VII, Resident Evil, Metal Gear.
Tekken.
Yep.
Twisted Metal.
Oh, come on, guys.
Brennan-
That's not
Brennan
worth.
Gavin just said Tekken and Twisted
Fine,
Metal.
Tekken 3. I'll say Tekken 3, and I'll put Twisted Metal in there.
Okay, 5 games.
5 games.
First, I want to say Resident Evil. Go play the fucking remake on GameCube. It's better. It just is.
It's saying that then? Go play the remake of Metal Gear Solid on the GameCube. Much better because they
much
even put in
better.
the first person perspective so you can shoot people.
I mean, honestly, I would even say like Metal Gear Solid 2, which a lot of people have problems with the story. The game is fun.
Oh, the mechanics are 1,000 times better than the original.
Than
Yeah.
anything. Go play that game. Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal Black was pretty fun. Like a lot of the
But-
PS2 Twisted Metals were really solid.
But you're not talking about those ones though. You're talking about the OG Twisted Metal.
Why would you want to play that when there's better? I mean, I get nostalgia because I do it too, but nostalgia to a point. I'll buy an old school game I loved for like $3.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I do that when I go to like the game cycle.
Yeah.
I'll go there. This old school snowboarding game I love that no one else played. I could find it for $1, so I'd buy it there. But I'm not spending $130 fucking
Yeah.
dollars.
Now, also before I forget, hey Ruth,
Yo,
do you have the name of the person who followed us by chance?
get it for you.
Thank you. Someone
got
followed us
followed?
while we were streaming.
Baby.
That was like an hour ago.
you.
I feel bad, but I just thought about it. But yeah, I don't give a shit about this classic. Like,
No.
you know what would have caught my attention? Put the WWF Warzone on there, like some really bad fighting games,
Oh
but are
my
so good to
gosh.
play.
Yeah.
Like put that kind of shit. This list. What the fuck is Wild Arms? What the fuck is Intelligent Cube?
Yeah.
What like
Mr. Driller.
Yeah, what the fuck is Mr. Driller?
Mr.
Those games are great.
Mr.
Wild
Driller?
Arms and Intelligent Cube are good games. And you don't know what Mr. Driller is?
Shut
It's
the
the
fuck
one where
up.
you burrow down and like you can go under rocks and drop them on the worms and shit?
Brennan's explaining
No.
Mr. Driller
That's
to
not
us.
Mr.
No.
Driller.
And
I'm sure it's
we're
just
not
a
about
clone.
No, because
No, it probably is.
that's
Probably is.
that's.
But-
Are you talking about Dig Dug?
Yeah, it's
Mr. Driller isn't Dig Dug.
But that doesn't matter, guys. The point is, a lot of these games, I've never heard of Battle Arena Toshiden. I've never heard of Cooled Borders 2. I've never heard of like Destruction Derby. It's just a Destruction Derby,
Do you know what's even? I mean, they also got Twisted Metal on there too, which is a Destruction Derby but better.
but with guns.
Yeah, but looking at they also that you're reading the North American release. They have a Japanese release coming out too. That's different. So like, it's not even like they're pandering to a Japanese audience.
Yeah.
This is the North American version with all these games that, or not all of them, but a lot of that we haven't really heard of.
are you going to lead this as a segue to your to the whole Siege China thing that you were going on
Yeah,
about a
We'll
while
talk
ago?
about that. Yes,
We
I
can
want to talk about that.
We can talk about that.
But like, on this article right here. Okay, there's another article you can click on, which is 14 classic PlayStation games that are still fun to play today. The picture they have is Parappa the Rappa. How is that not on this list?
Yeah.
Like, people love that fucking guy.
Okay,
I have a possible reason why.
Okay.
Because maybe you can buy more games. Because I was looking at the website and it said it comes with 20 preloaded games, which
No.
is what it is. But
And
it
then they're gonna be-
sounds,
No.
They're going to release it and be like, oh, hey, pay an extra another $50
it
and you'll
could
get these
happen,
other
though.
20 games.
There's a possibility.
I don't think they're going to do that because they did the exact same thing with the NES and the SNES. They said preload.
Yeah.
They'd say preloaded games.
But that doesn't mean that Sony won't do it differently.
I think if they were smart, what they would do just as an idea, as an expansion, is you'd make the expansion those little shitty memory cards they used to sell,
Yeah.
and then you'd load it in from the front. If you could do that, and you'd better be able to open the fucking lid and close it and shit. If not, you're dead to me.
not
Forgive
gonna
my
be able to.
ignorance. Parappa the Rappa, that's a music game, right?
Yeah.
Do you sing actual songs in that game?
No.
You don't sing.
No?
You press the
You-
button.
okay.
Yeah,
It goes-
it's a beat game.
He goes,
So like,
"Kick."
they kinda-
Okay,
yeah.
okay, so it's not actual music.
Yeah.
Because apparently part of the reasoning why they didn't put the Tony Hawk games on there was the music rights. Because they have all those songs
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the soundtrack, and the video game makers don't actually still own the rights, so they can't like continue distributing those games.
No, and I get that. I get that. But then also, so while we were talking about it, actually reminds me of that. On Xbox, not that long ago, or actually a few years ago now, they released a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD edition.
Yes.
And they did have like some of those original songs, like they had Superman, like Goldfinger, and all that shit on there.
Yeah.
So again, if you want to play a better version of that game now, just go play the Tony Hawk game, which is now probably $5 on fucking Xbox Live.
Yeah.
honestly-
Although, wait, is that the remake, the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD, the one that was really broken on release?
No, this was just like an arcade game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
okay.
literally got released because I don't think I had at the time was an Xbox. It was on Xbox Live Arcade. They released this like $15 release of Tony Hawk,
Ooh.
and it was literally original maps, just updated graphics,
Oh,
same
yeah, it was
same
dope.
song
Yeah.
list,
Oh, I remember that. That game
Yeah.
was awesome.
right?
All those games were. I fucking
Because it
missed
literally
those.
took the strategy of we're just gonna give you the same game for a cheap price. We're gonna make it look better though.
Yeah, and it worked. I fucking love that game. I bought it instantly the moment I got it. But there's something that needs to be talked about. It's big news, a lot, especially for Lib and I.
Talking about China.
Yeah, the ninth wonder of the world, which you made a porn
China's
video.
infiltrating our video games now. Gamers, we gotta rise up.
All right, okay, Lynn. Jesus Christ. All right, take it down. You
Stabbed by my poppy here.
They're making words to make the
Ow.
freaking frogs gay.
Turn to Alex Jones.
Anyways,
The
shit's
cosmetic
going down.
changes.
Shit's going down, and a lot of people aren't happy with Siege, Ubisoft specifically.
Myself included.
Okay, so this is actually perfect.
Myself
Point,
included. I
counterpoint.
didn't even know this was going down as
Okay.
soon as you told me. I'm
So
pissed,
pretty
too.
much, for people who don't know, for the longest time, Siege Canada was locked off in different sections of the world. There was a North American version, a US or Asian version, and I think technically the Australasia version, like the Australian stuff, is very much similar to ours. The Asian version, especially on the servers when you play online, had things removed because of China's restrictive use of profanity, violence, and sexual themes being displayed.
Yes.
So, as an example, in Clubhouse, the German map on that game, there's a stripper neon light, and it's a woman holding onto a pole, and her legs kick up and kick down, kick up and kick down. Well, on the Asian version, it's just like a hand doing this, like come closer type of thing. On that map, there are what are they called?
The slot machines.
Slot machine thing. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. They were completely removed, and then there's an image of a skull, like a biker skull dude, which instead it's just a dude with a little cloth mask on top of it, so you don't see any skeleton stuff. Now apparently there's a few other things where like maybe the blood gore isn't as like splatters aren't as apparent.
There's icon changes too. So
Yeah.
if somebody dies, it changed from a skull showing that they're dead to something else.
Yeah, to
Knives
like
have-
just a little hit marker dude.
Yeah, knives have changed from knives
To a
knifing
fist?
to punching.
Yeah.
Like you still knife in the game, but
Yeah.
like instead of a knife kill being shown in the icon, it's a fist.
Yeah, so it's a melee hit.
Yeah.
Things like that, and Asia's had that for the longest time, but now to kind of like broaden out the connection so that North American people can play with anyone, or just in general, they're going to open up the servers worldwide. So from what I'm understanding, there is no longer going to be an exclusive North American server, Asian server, Australian server. It's going to be like open world. Asians can play, the Asian servers can play with American servers, and there's not going to be an issue. But to be able to do that, the North American servers have to have the same restrictions as the Asian servers do, the game.
So basically, they're censoring what we're seeing because they want to have it be all together.
Yeah.
But then Ubisoft went out and said that they're going to close servers off regionally.
They're still doing that?
Yeah, so there's only going to be NA servers, Euro server. They're not changing the servers. They said that because people they thought that was what the problem was. So like, oh no, don't worry, we're not changing the servers. They never plan on changing the servers. It's about releasing one global game that they can work on. So they only have one build of the game to worry about, which basically means like less time and effort put into fixing problems with the game and stuff.
Yeah.
Which here's the thing: the cosmetic changes don't really change any impact. Anything about the game.
Yeah, there's literally
It
no
ultimately
effect to
doesn't.
it.
But it's not about that. That's not what I dislike about it. It's the fact that there's some place in the world, a communist state, that has these really shitty restrictions that I don't have to abide by because I live in Canada. But now, because of this singular global release, everybody playing this game has to abide by these restrictions. They have to live by these restrictions that China's put in place. And that to me is stupid. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't like
Why
it either.
am I have to be a part of this, this whatever, oppression? It's, the censoring of the game that isn't necessary. Like, I don't know.
We can see a knife. We can see the neon sign of the stripper lady. We can.
Yeah. The thing is, these core things, these little cosmetic changes are in the game. But when you play Caveira, regardless of where you are, when you interrogate somebody, you stab them in the neck after.
Yeah.
You do that. That doesn't change.
I bet you they might change it now.
If they would, I'd be mad.
I think it'd be like, so like maybe the knife comes out, but because like in our version, she literally goes and she slits the
There's no
throat.
blood. It's not gore. You just see her put a knife into a person. Like,
Yeah, but they might change it now to be like she looks up and then you don't see the stab. Excuse me, the stab.
And that's
Now
it's a rated M game where you shoot terrorists. What do you think happens?
here's Hollow Developer 1. All right, with the face, nice. I'm hearing saying that it crashed. But after the stream, they should get it back. Apparently, the stream crashed. Is that a thing,
We good?
Ruth?
Yep, that's a thing.
It happened?
Oh.
Can we get back up?
All around me.
Yeah, so they're gonna get it,
their
Yeah, so
faces.
we are actually we're recording, so we should still be going. Oh,
Understandable.
So anyways, And yeah, so for you, so I know that's a big deal for you. For me, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know. It's for a lot of people, they don't give a
It
shit.
doesn't
I understand
because again, it doesn't change the core mechanics of the game. What I'm afraid of what might happen is in the game. You know, when you shoot someone, the blood splatters against the wall. What I'm worried about is they'll take that away.
And that's actually a core part of the game.
Yeah, so because then you could hunt someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you see blood splatter happen this way, and you know that your teammate just died, you're like, oh shit. They died right there. You might not see the body, but you might see that blood.
They died right there. The blood's over there. We know they're getting shot at from that.
Exactly
way.
right. So it's something that heads up. Or when you down an opponent, when they drag away, they leave a literal blood trail that you can follow and finish a guy off. If they remove that, it becomes a bit shittier because then the person might be able to hide and they get their buddy to revive them.
Yeah.
That's not that cool.
I know. And for me, like,
It's just the idea of having another country that we don't even live in kind of dictate
why is China
the
and their
media
shitty
that
laws-
we're consuming.
Exactly.
And that's a dangerous precedent to set, definitely.
I don't like it. Like, Ubisoft developed and made an M-rated game. That's what you did. You've made a mature game about shooting and violence and things like gambling. And as stupid as it is, the neon light girl thing is so dumb. But sure, a suit and shows sex in some way. Why are we denying that exists? Why are we just pretending it doesn't happen? Like, we all know it's there.
Strippers exist, people.
Why? What is the reason to make a bigger or one build of the game if not to
I'll tell
cut
you
down
why.
on time? And that's what it is. It's cutting down on
Service time.
And but again, they're not changing the servers. The cosmetics are like it's dumb to me. The maintaining one singular game, I understand. That doesn't mean I don't think it's stupid. You know, that doesn't mean it makes me want to. It does make me want to play Rainbow Six less because of it.
Really?
Yes.
Oof.
And honestly, I haven't been interested in Rainbow Six in a while. I just kind of dropped off on it.
You're a monster.
I've been actually getting back into Overwatch.
Ew!
The new girl.
Filth!
The new girl's been announced, and she looks cool.
Still have never played Overwatch. I still haven't even seen gameplay of Overwatch. Honestly, you could show me a game. You could show me Overwatch and be like, what game is this? And I would have no fucking clue what game it is. I would not know it's Overwatch. I know that little about Overwatch.
I got back into it last night, and I almost threw my controller because I started playing ranked mode again.
No, because it's garbage.
Yeah, it is.
I've been playing a lot of ranked actually in Siege, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot lately. I've brought myself up with the help of my team. I'm only silver 1, but I'm pushing. Or I might be silver 2 now.
Really good though.
I want to push to gold 4. I want by the end of the season. I want to be gold 4.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
I only play ranked when I play that game.
And that's what I was gonna
I
say.
get bored of casual.
I'm in that boat now where I've been on stream. I've been playing a lot more ranked because ranked just seems more interesting for people to view, to watch instead of casuals because there's no real consequence of losing a match in casuals. So people might get turned off versus if they see you win or lose, there's a literal progression of your ranking. It goes up, right? So I've been doing a lot more of that, and I've been really enjoying it because it's smaller. The rounds are a lot shorter, which is great. The people are actually smart when they play. Call-outs actually happen, and overall, it's a good it's just people seem to be not as negative, which is a weird thing to say because you would think in casual or in rank, people would get pissed off if you die right away. Nah, this one people are just doing they do their thing, they talk, and everyone's happy.
Yeah, it's a lot more like. I think that in casual, there's so much less to lose. So doing whatever you want and saying whatever you want doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whereas people in ranked are more like.
One thing-
Even if you're losing, they're just not going to care that much because they're like, okay, well, if Rainbow Six is kind of a weird game where if one person's doing really, really well, they can take a team of
they'll
people
carry.
doing nothing.
That happened to us in casuals, where a guy had 13 kills.
In casual?
Yeah, in casuals, and then everyone else had 1 or 0 kills, and he won the match. He's like, "Yeah, sorry for being toxic." I'm like, you're not really being toxic. You're just carrying.
That kind of ties into something that I wanted to ask you guys.
Okay.
When it comes to and you were talking with Brendan about it a little bit yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
When you guys are watching Twitch streams,
Yeah.
I don't
what
watch
would you say is the core reason of even when you watch gameplay videos or anything like that, what would you say is the core reason of why you watch them? Because personally, it's the entertainment value.
Yeah, for me, it's the person.
Yeah, the person or sometimes I'll throw Twitch streams on in the background sometimes.
Yeah, because it's something that Brendan mentioned that I didn't even really think was possible, or I never really thought about because I don't do it, is watching Twitch streamers for the purpose of them getting better. Like you're watching someone who's like a great gamer to kind of learn from them, which is
No,
something that I never really
I get
thought of. I never really understood.
I've had
personally.
that with
Is that kind of the point you were trying to get at when you were? Okay. Okay.
Kevin was learning.
No, I agree with you because there's this guy on YouTube named Bolo. I think have I told you about him before, Justin? Bolo?
No.
He's Rainbow Six guy. He's fucking fantastic at the game. But there's so many like little spots and little things that he does that like little tiny things that improve your game just about knowing about him. And it honestly is like sometimes there is people like that are so high level that I do watch it for that. But there's also times like watching Ninja play Fortnite isn't really going to help you play Fortnite because the game's different every time. There's only so many quirks and things.
Yeah, and also if I'm gonna try and get better at a game, I'm gonna play the game. I'm not gonna go and watch a Twitch stream or anything.
There's still a lot of things you can learn from watching really high level players.
What a lot of people do when they watch Twitch, again, what I've seen a lot of the time was they want to see people play the most competitive version of it, so ranked matches, and they want to see people constantly winning. So they want to see like the higher tier individuals playing, like your
they want
Shrouds
to watch
and stuff.
someone winning. They want to kind of be in with that joy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you lose at a rank and you're good, there's more impact behind it.
Okay, I guess I can understand that if you're watching a streamer and you kind of get in with their sense of humor, in with their personality, it would be nice to like see them winning and getting involved in all that.
Yeah, for me, it is about more or less about the personality.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger fan of Jeremy Dooley when he streams. He doesn't stream to be competitive. He plays like Spyro and shit, and I'll watch that.
Same thing. I just watch because it's fucking funny.
Alfredo Diaz. He's really good at Siege. He's made it to Diamond and Platinum and all that. But it's not necessarily why I watch him. I watch him for his the way that he reacts, the way that he plays, the way that he sometimes shit talks to people in his group with his subs who say that they're good and they're not good. Like I'll be like, he's like, bitch, the fuck, what are you doing with that donut? Like what the fuck, man? Like I'm bringing it to rank. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like oh, I play better when you're not around. It's like, bitch, don't. It's like just the way that he acts. He's like, don't say that.
Even like going back to like look, I was talking about Bolo. Like I don't watch his stuff to get better though. I watch him because he's entertaining. Because the guy is insane at the game.
Yeah.
He'll hear something. He's just like he hears a footstep. He's like Twitch on the right, and he goes peeks out headshots or turns around. You're like, how did you even fucking do that? Like, that's not something I can learn, but it's like stuff like that. That's the core reason of why I do it. It's just I also pick up on things. From seeing stuff like that.
Well, one of the guys that I watched on YouTube/Twitch, Varsity Gaming, he posted this video out. And I love it because it's this video of it's on Hereford base, the remake, and it's like you break through this one door either on the third floor or second floor. Usually you want to be so you're defending. You usually want to be like Jaeger, because Jaeger's got a strong assault rifle. And the way that this place is set up, Lib, and maybe you've seen it, Colin, is when you rappel up, there's like these little banisters, and then you jump on into this little area, and then there's a door that you can go into either on the second or third floor. Well, if you sit there through this door and peek out, you're like 90% out of the door, but you're not spotted. So you can literally stick out and wait and watch these people rappel up, and no one ever thinks about checking that door. So as they're rappelling up, and then they're dead. You get a 3K right there at the beginning of a match. And then you can trick them by going up to the third floor and doing it again because they think, oh, well, he's down there, I'll go all the way up. And you're just sitting there again, pop, 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 and you get the kills. And I've been doing a lot more because I've watched this guy play a lot, and I've seen some of his ways that he plays and how he'll, like, in-game, whether it's streaming or on his YouTube, he'll be like, this is why I'm doing this. He actually explains himself. Yeah. But he's more of that pro level kind of play.
Whereas more personally, when I watch like a Twitch streamer or gameplay stuff, when I start watching and the guy's like, oh, and the person is explaining like why they're doing this and like how to do good, that gets me out of it. I watch because I want to laugh and I want to be entertained. That's why most of the gaming videos I watch is Achievement Hunter. Yeah, they aren't good at the games they play. They're just fucking funny at it.
But when they do win, it make you feel so good because they're like,
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's for me. It's like I agree with you on that sentiment that I have to find the person entertaining first. But I've followed or watched people before. Like this is one guy who used to play Overwatch. His name was Aimbot Calvin, but he was insane at the game, just really good at it. And what he did well was he was really entertaining and fun. His stream was always really chill and nice. But then he'd like do something. He'd be like, "Hey guys, check this out." So like if you do this and like this, he's like, you have like amazing view. He's like, this is a great place to stand. Just like look around, and like he's like, all right, then he'll go back into the game. But like he's a one person that he's very entertaining, but he'll have moments where he's like, oh yeah, like I'll just explain. And then people ask on stream like, why are you jumping over here? And he's like, oh, so I can do this, and just like shows everyone all the stuff you can do, and it's like, oh fuck, like I'm actually learning something. But I think in the core of it, I do find him entertaining, and that's why I have those moments of like, oh, I'm learning something.
All right. Well, I think we're about the time to wrap up. Before we do, is there anything else anyone wants to talk about?
Nuno, any topics?
You've been so talkative this whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
We've been talking about
I got a
stuff.
problem. I got one thing. That is Marty, not Morty.
Yeah.
I know. I was
Marty, no.
I was joking.
Mark.
No,
Bullshit.
it's because of his face. Like for some, like because his eyes are open. It looks like yeah, it kind of looks like the
It's
face
almost
that
as
Morty
if
would give.
it's almost as if
I know
Morty
it's-
is a parody of some sorts of Marty.
like this particular figure.
Oh, jeez,
I was just, trust me, I know this is Marty McFly. I know that for sure. I swear to you. But his eyes right now looks like Morty's eyes. Rick.
Kenny.
And then there's Kenny.
I just had to fit Kenny in
For
there.
the life of me, remember what his name was.
Kenny?
Kenny? Kept wanting to call him Kyle. Oh my God.
Kyle.
It is a South Park character. All right. But anyways, thanks everybody for joining us for this exciting, almost full complete stream. But we did record, so we're good. That makes me very happy. So we got that covered. As always, if you want to reach me on the socials, it is at SSN Larshay for both Twitter and Instagram. Colin?
Instagram at Colin C. Burns.
Lib?
Liberty.Roundtree Instagram.
IG Nuno_Sapatero50.
For what?
I said IG.
Oh,
Instagram.
Instagram.
you
Get
oh,
with it.
God.
Get
IG.
with it,
Oh,
Justin.
I'm
damn
that
it.
guy.
You wouldn't understand.
All right. Oh, we're live now? Live. Hey, cool.
Oh, we're
Hey,
live.
this
We're
is
live. Just as we're
This is just at
ending.
the time.
Oh,
We
shit.
bitch slapped Nuno and
He gave me a super kick too to the face.
A super.
I fell off my chair.
You wouldn't believe what happened on this
Yeah.
episode of the podcast.
but I guess we're coming in just to say goodbye. So, hey, sorry that happened.
Justin had Nuno up on a cage.
We have internet issues here.
He
Yeah.
yelled,
It was a cage
"Bone
match."
saw is ready.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining us, and we will catch you next time. So, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Somebody stole that
Peace
guy's
out.
pizza.
Pizza time.
Yep.
I got him a.